Hey guys, hey, I wanted to give you a sneak peek of my new masterclass called Business Engine Optimization, the 5-step profit acceleration formula. In that masterclass, I'm going to show you a simulator that I have where I can actually predict what making small changes in your business can do for your business. So I'm going to share my screen really quick. I just want to show you a little bit about what this is about. So I have this simulator, and let's see, here it is. I have the simulator, and when I use the actual assessment tool, I do business assessments for people, then I can actually show them what it actually looks like for their business. So if I were to put some information in here, like I don't know, a lot of people, if you're in that 100K range, you're trying to get to the next level, or you're in that $60,000 range, or you're in the $250,000 range, whatever it is, and you are trying to get to the next level. This is what we do, right? Is we go through this and we put in your baseline information. And so I'm just going to use some basic information here. If we had a gross profit margin of 50%, a net profit margin of 10%, pretty typical for a business, especially a brick and mortar business. If you are a coach, then you are probably not going to have as high of a gross profit margin because you don't have the cost of goods sold like somebody does who's actually selling widgets or something, right? Who's selling in retail. And so what we look at are these first 12 areas first. We look at cutting costs. We look at whether or not you have a good position in the marketplace for your niche, if you have a compelling offer, if you need to increase prices. We look at upsells and cross sells and bundling and downsells and additional profits and services, drip campaigns, alliances and joint ventures, more leads, and digital marketing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull back the layers for you, or the covers, I should say, on the market dominating position, on a drip campaign, and on that compelling offer so that you can start getting more leads, right? So I'm going to be looking at all those. And I'm also going to be sharing with you about alliances and joint ventures and how powerful they can be to make your business grow, right? And so let's just take a peek at this. The way this thing works, if you were to look at your market dominating position and you could increase it by 10%, and you could increase your offer by 10%, and you could do your get more leads and the joint ventures and a drip campaign. If we could put those things together, sorry, not compelling offer, we want the more leads, more leads, the drip campaign. Oh, now it's not working. Why? Let me clear it. Let's try this again. I messed it up. $100,000 and 50% and 10% and US. And so, see, we could do the whole thing. We could say, let's just see what happens if we increase all these areas by 5%. So that means we cut costs by 5%. And, the majority of companies, if you look at everything that they're spending, there's a lot of stuff that you can cut, right? And so in general, we find more than 5% in cost cutting savings, and that savings goes directly to profit, right? So if you haven't done an audit on your business expenses lately, it's time to do that and check it out, right? And then the market dominating position, and you can see all these numbers are very modest, right? They're about the cost of maybe getting one client if you're a coach or a service professional, right? Somewhere around in that nature, unless you are really high ticket and you charge, over 5,000, 10,000, 12,000. You can imagine the impact this can have if you just get a few more leads, right? If you just get one more conversion a month, all of those things. And that's what this is about, is making small incremental changes to your business and your marketing that's easy to implement because we do it in small little incremental steps, right? And so that's what this is all about. So let's just take a look at the market dominating position. If we increase that by 5%, we increased using a drip campaign and joint ventures and working on getting more leads to your website. You can see right there that that increases your revenue by $20,000, and it increases your net annual profit. It actually doubles your net annual profit if you're at that $100,000 mark. Now, you might be asking, what if I'm a startup? Well, this works with startups too, because what we normally do when we start with a business that's an already established business, we establish a baseline, right? We go through and we look at their revenue, we look at their baseline statistics, and we get all that stuff documented, and then we start building upon that. Well, if you're a startup, you may not have those baseline statistics yet, but that's okay. We do a first iteration, we get everything out there that we need, maybe these 4 things, we get going on those 4 things, we get them out there, and then we start gathering statistics, gathering the data, seeing how many leads, how much you get. And I actually have my Business Foundation Accelerator program that is designed specifically for startups, using this and using my system so that you can get your first paying client in 90 days, and it's guaranteed. If you don't get your first paying client, I'll work with you for free until you do. Okay, and so that's the idea behind this. And so once we get that to that milestone of getting your first paying client, then we go back and we start reviewing all of these different areas. Once we've gone through these areas and we let them cook for a while, and while they're cooking, we have 28 other areas that we can start looking at to tweak and make little changes. So you can see by this, just making 12 changes, these changes in 12 different areas of focus, you can increase your revenue and your profit by a lot. And I can tell you right now that the clients that I'm working with, some are seeing as much as a 60% increase in revenue in just 1 quarter of working with me. Some are seeing 120% increase just in the first quarter of working with me. And some are on track to make 4, 5, and even 6 times more what they were making before they started working with me. And so this system really works. It's very methodical. It's very, very much aligned with my way of doing things, right? A very project management approach. We look at each individual area. We create a little tiny project that we can get done in 2 to 4 weeks, and we get that thing out and then start letting that bring us data so that we can, take an analytical approach, not an emotional approach to your business. And then if you look at this, it has upsells and cross sells and bundling and downsells. What does that tell you? A funnel, right? That's what that is it's really designing your funnel so that you have those alternatives for every price point that your clients fall into. You have some people that maybe don't have the revenue coming in or don't have the money, and you want to still help them. You can, using a downsell process. You can make the lifetime value of your client go up by bundling, by doing upsells and cross sells, selling many products, right? Many low-cost products. There's so many different ways that we can do this, that's what I'm going to be sharing with you. And it's very, very exciting to actually see the growth and see the change in my clients and their confidence and how excited they are to build their business and grow it to a place where it's actually generating real revenue for them, not just that barely surviving revenue. And so I'm really excited to do this masterclass. So that being said, I'm going to stop sharing now. If you want to join my masterclass, it is next week, next Wednesday at 11 o'clock right here. It's going to be in Zoom, and you can get signed up at thescrumshop.com/sign up. So make sure you do that and get signed up, and you'll get a chance to win a couple of prizes. I'm not sharing or revealing what those prizes are. You'll have to come to find out, but you must be present to win. So please, please, please get signed up. I'm excited to share this with you. This is my first time presenting this. And so you'll get to see me make all my mistakes and everything. So if you've been struggling and worried about your ability to, do one of these types of events, just come watch me and watch me make all the mistakes. It's okay. We can do it together. Okay. All right, you guys, I'm excited. I hope you'll join. Don't forget to get signed up at thescrumshop.com/sign up. All right, I will see you there.